Internet marketing has sold a myth that making money with AI is as easy as pushing a button and watching the cash roll in. The reality for most people trying to build consumer-facing AI apps, like chatbots on the GPT store, is that payouts average just pennies per conversation. This chart shows the stark difference in payouts between markets. On the left, consumer-facing apps top out around $100 to $500 a month. On the right, the average setup fee for a B2B AI project sits between $5,000 and $20,000. That massive gap exists because the consumer AI market is entirely saturated. Solo creators trying to sell standard text wrappers to everyday users hit a hard financial ceiling almost immediately. If your goal is to actually earn a living wage with AI, you have to abandon the direct-to-consumer app model entirely. You are left with two realistic paths: executing high-value business-to-business services or performing the human judgment work required to train the AI models themselves. To figure out which route makes sense, we need to evaluate the return on investment for each option, specifically looking at the required inputs and the realistic financial outputs. Finding real money in the AI economy requires a clear-eyed look at exactly how much time, skill development, and client acquisition effort you are actually willing to put in. The first path is reinforcement learning from human feedback, or RLHF. This is where AI labs pay humans to evaluate and correct their model's outputs. Tasks include comparing AI responses, debugging lines of code, and writing complex test prompts. This line graph details the hourly pay scale for this work. It starts around $15 an hour for a generalist and scales all the way up to $200 an hour or more if you bring specific domain expertise in tech, law, or medicine. The biggest input advantage here is that the work comes to you. There is absolutely zero client outreach, sales pitching, or marketing required. The trade-off is stability. Work is strictly project-based, meaning you will inevitably face dry spells between active campaigns. To maintain a full-time income, you have to juggle accounts across multiple platforms simultaneously, treating the ecosystem like a portfolio rather than a single job. Ultimately, RLHF is active labor. You are trading your time directly for cash, rather than building a business asset you can scale or sell. Path 2 is the tech-enabled service agency. This is where you use AI tools to execute traditional, high-value business services like copywriting or app development. Your inputs involve mastering the production workflows, learning exactly how to direct tools like ChatGPT to generate sales copy, or using no-code platforms to build mobile apps. Because you are running an agency, you have to actively hunt for clients. That means daily outreach, discovery calls, and closing deals. This table breaks down the agency model. Workflow mastery plus client sales commands retainers from $1,500 to $7,500 per client. By using AI to automate research and drafting, you finish projects in days, delivering solutions 90% faster. The primary trade-off here is that your clients don't care how fast you type. You are competing entirely on business strategy and the actual outcomes your work generates. Being able to generate thousands of words in seconds is useless if you don't know how to manage a client relationship or write a compelling offer. To make this model predictable, operators often package their AI-accelerated deliverables into a productized service, offering a specific, fixed outcome for a flat monthly fee. In this model, AI is the production engine, while the actual product being sold is the underlying business solution. The third path is enterprise B2B AI consulting, which involves building internal, proprietary AI tools for corporate clients. This sector offers massive financial upside. Consultants charge five-figure setup fees and recurring maintenance contracts, simply because they operate safely behind the corporate firewall. These fees are driven by highly specific use cases. Corporations need AI agents trained on their own private data to handle HR onboarding, or legal discovery tools to sift through internal contracts. The barrier to entry here is severe. You have to navigate stringent enterprise security compliance and pass rigorous endpoint auditing before a deal ever moves forward. You must configure tools in zero retention mode, ensuring the AI provider doesn't use the client's information to train future models. Regulated industries demand this before signing any software contract. Securing these massive deals also means keeping corporate data completely off the public internet, usually by routing API calls through private network endpoints. If you walk into a pitch talking about clever prompts but fail to speak the language of corporate data security, procurement teams will shut you down immediately. Enterprise clients have the budget because they require risk mitigation and compliance infrastructure that generic chat tools cannot provide. The ultimate reality of this market is that AI does not replace a business model. It only accelerates an existing one. This flowchart maps out exactly where you should focus your effort based on your skills. The entire decision framework rests on one question: do you want to sell to clients? If the answer is no, your path routes directly to RLHF platforms. You trade your existing skills and degrees for an hourly wage, completely avoiding client acquisition. If you are willing to sell to small businesses, you can launch a tech-enabled agency, using AI to deliver marketing or software services faster than your competitors. And if you have the technical chops to handle corporate data security, you move into enterprise B2B consulting, building internal GPTs for major clients. The internet marketing claim that anyone can make money with AI really only applies to the absolute lowest tier of hourly task work. Reaching the higher income brackets requires you to pick a specific lane, master the required workflows, and treat the endeavor like a serious profession. Consistent earnings in the AI economy aren't generated by finding a secret shortcut. They go to those combining new technological leverage with old-fashioned business fundamentals.